The Black Death, natural plague or medieval bioweapon. Imagine a disease so deadly it wiped out up to half of Europe's population in just a few years. The Black Death, the most catastrophic plague in human history, ravaged 14th century Europe, leaving millions dead and entire communities in ruins. But was it a natural disaster or something far more sinister, a biological weapon crafted by human hands? From poisoned wells to catapulted corpses, dive into the chilling mystery of the Black Death and uncover whether it was nature's wrath or a medieval act of war. The plague that shook the world. The Black Death, believed to be caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, struck Europe in 1347, spreading with terrifying speed along trade routes. By 1351, it had swept through the Balkans, Central Europe, France, England, and Norway, sparing no settlement. Estimates suggest it killed 30 to 50% of Europe's population, 25 to 50 million people, reducing the global population from 450 million to 375 million by 1400. For centuries, plague outbreaks returned every few generations, with over 100 major pandemics by the 17th century. In 1603, London alone lost 38,000 lives. Other devastating waves hit Italy, 1629 to 1631, Seville, 1647 to 1652, London, 1665 to 1666, and Vienna, 1679. Medieval chroniclers described horrifying symptoms: throat and lung infections, excruciating pain, coughing up blood, and vomiting blood, symptoms rarely seen in modern plague cases. The disease spread at an astonishing rate, up to 4 kilometers per day, far faster than the 30 kilometers per year of the later 19th century plague. Even Europe's harsh winters couldn't slow it down, defying the warm, humid conditions fleas typically need to thrive. And strangely, no records mention streets littered with dead rats, the usual carriers of plague-ridden fleas. Was this really just a natural outbreak, a medieval bioweapon? Suspicion fueled rumors of foul play. Many believed the plague was no accident, pointing fingers at groups like Jews or religious dissenters, accused of poisoning wells with toxic powders or spreading plague via contaminated objects. These conspiracy theories, while often rooted in prejudice, reflected deeper fear. Could the Black Death have been a deliberate act? Historians trace the plague's origins to the Mongol Empire, where it emerged around 1346 during the siege of Caffa, modern-day Feodosia, Ukraine. As Mongol troops succumbed to the plague, their commander ordered the bodies of infected soldiers catapulted into the city. The disease spread rapidly, killing most of Caffa's inhabitants. Survivors fleeing by ship carried the plague to Europe, igniting the Black Death. Was this an early form of biological warfare? The idea isn't far-fetched. In medieval times, poisoning was an industry. Toxic substances and antidotes were crafted by alchemists, physicians, and even witches, often tested on human subjects, prisoners, or condemned criminals. In 1524, Pope Clement VII authorized experiments on 2 convicts to test a supposed antidote, calibita, against poisoned almond cakes. One survived, the other died in agony. Such trials, overseen by clergy and physicians, laid the groundwork for modern clinical research, albeit with questionable ethics. Poisoned wells and contaminated objects were documented tactics in ancient China and Europe, and the Mongols' use of infected corpses at Caffa suggests intentional biological warfare. In the 20th century, Japan's army took this to a new level, developing plague-based bioweapons in China during World War II. Using Yersinia pestis, they conducted experiments on prisoners, dropping bombs filled with infected fleas. These acts, far more calculated than medieval efforts, show humanity's long history of weaponizing disease. Science versus conspiracy. Modern science confirms Yersinia pestis as the Black Death's cause, spread by fleas on rodents. DNA analysis of victims' remains shows the medieval strain was nearly identical to modern ones. Yet the plague's rapid spread, unusual symptoms, and resilience in harsh conditions puzzle researchers. The 19th century plague killed 5.5 million worldwide with a 3% mortality rate in India. Devastating, but far less than the Black Death's 30 to 50%. Scholars like British zoologist Graham Twigg, 1984, epidemiologists Susan Scott and Christopher Duncan, 2001, and medievalist Keiko Nakamura argue the Black Death's scale suggests more than natural transmission. Could human intervention have amplified its deadliness? Some propose the plague was enhanced by medieval poisoners or environmental factors, like trade routes enabling rapid spread. Others point to the Mongols' tactics at Caffa as a deliberate trigger. While no definitive evidence proves the Black Death was a bioweapon, the possibility lingers, fueled by historical accounts of poisoning and warfare. A haunting legacy. The Black Death reshaped Europe, killing millions and leaving societies in chaos. Was it a natural catastrophe, or did human hands unleash this horror? From Mongol catapults to medieval poisoners, the line between nature and weapon blurs. The truth may lie buried in history's shadows, but the question remains: could humanity's darkest instincts have fueled the deadliest plague of all time? What do you think? Was the Black Death a natural disaster or a medieval bioweapon? Have you come across other tales of ancient warfare or mysterious pandemics? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's unravel this deadly enigma together. Subscribe for more gripping historical mysteries, and hit the bell to never miss a chilling tale.